Khorne here, and today I will be re-evaluating how strong the Dawi are in the game currently. Now, out of everything that got announced for Thrones of Decay, what I was most excited for was the Dawi rework, as they are one of my favorite races to play. Before the changes, the Dawi were never really super weak, at least in my eyes, and I had previously placed them somewhere between the Lizardmen and the Vampire Coast. But there were a lot of glaring issues they had, namely their poor economy and grudges. Now, a lot of people also commented on how their technologies were also a very big issue, but honestly I kinda liked them. By no means were they great or perfect, but it was large and gave you thought about what you want to be researching next. That being said, I do actually think the new technology tree is much better. Grudges are no longer a frustrating mechanic that does more harm than good to your campaigns. And while a bit more passive, I don't feel it is less interactive. After they got hotfixed, I feel as though the Age of Reckoning is only a positive mechanic that has no negatives, which might have made it a mechanic you could very well ignore. But there are incentives to go out and claim grudges, as in doing so you can gain some unique grudging units and a free army. Now, this might seem or sound as though it is a bit overtuned, but honestly I found it to rather not be. Unlike Khorne and Slaanesh armies, which you can summon whenever you want, grudging armies you can only get after claiming a certain amount of grudges, which can make it spawn in an inconvenient time, and you might not get full use of it. That being said, it is still a free army and can help you quite a lot in your campaigns, but it is just not really as impactful as you might think. The grudge units themselves are not really amazing, with the exception of the Trollhammer torpedo gyrocopters and the Iron Drakes, as a lot of the time these units can just outright win you battles. Trollhammer torpedoes just delete anything that's large, and Iron Drakes with their extra range can actually deal significant damage to enemy armies. Aside from that, I found most of the legendary grudges to be rather lackluster. I have yet to open the Underway in any of my Dawi campaigns, just because I have to own the entirety of so many provinces that are all extremely far apart. And the grudges for the unique landmarks are rather annoying to construct because of the constant endgame armies spawning because of it, forcing you to have multiple armies in the area to defend against the onslaught, which can derail your campaign if you construct it too early on. But later on in the campaign, the bonuses are mostly negligible, so aside from flavor, I don't think these legendary grudges are all that helpful for you in your campaigns. I like the fact that they made them difficult to achieve, but honestly by the time you start getting them, the campaign's already over, and the benefits are just way too negligible. Some of these legendary grudges are fine though, like the one where you have to occupy Skaven Blight or help it, as well as eliminate Throt and Ikit. I think these are fine, but the others just take too long for you to get. Heroes and Lords did get a bit of an update to their skill lines and added some more unique traits, but nothing really major or overly impactful. What really does help the Dawi though is the introduction of Slayer heroes, which provide the replenishment hero action, which the Dawi were in dire need of. The Slayer lords are also a rather useful lord type in your early campaigns, as they can prove quite useful when having to deal with enemy legendary lords. Now, as for the economy changes, I rather do like them for the most part. You have to choose between two different income buildings. One that gives you Oath Gold and income, and the other which gives you income and also lowers the construction cost of your buildings in the entire province, which does stack, so you can get a province built up fairly cheaply. Now, both of these are good and I do like them, but I would like them more if you were able to swap between the two, just like how you can with Yin and Yang buildings. That being said, CA still goes into the book because they are yet to fix the fact that gold and gem resource buildings give Dawi the same amount of income at tier 4 as for any other race at tier 3. Now, all of that being said, I don't actually think they made the Dawi that much stronger, as these changes are fairly good, but they don't change how the Dawi play, unlike how Nurgle changes made Nurgle play in a completely different way. I think these changes are all amazing quality of life improvements for the Dawi, and they definitely make their campaign more enjoyable, but as far as their ranking goes, I would put them somewhere above Nurgle now. maybe even Britonia, but I don't think they belong amongst the stronger races. And before you comment, I know, I'm also going in the book because of this. If you have any thoughts on the matter, please do share them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe for future content. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.
Khorne fights as one.